Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Suffix 74. The suffix today is mate, M-A-T-E, as a word ending. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. The suffix mate derives directly from the noun mate. It is used to show that two or more people share the same space or are involved in the same activity. The word mate dates back to the 14th century, meaning associate, fellow, and later in the 14th century, meaning a habitual companion, meaning somebody who you live in the same place with. Okay, let's continue. All right, and here's our first example, apartment mate and flatmate. So a person with whom one shares an apartment or flat. The British say flatmate a lot. Americans don't really say apartment mate very often. We're more likely to say roommate, which is another word we'll get to soon. Let's continue. And here's our example. I got to know him because we used to be flatmates in college. Some Americans may even use flatmate once in a while, especially ones that have traveled overseas, because that is the British use. We've seen it in movies a lot, so most of them understand it, but we don't commonly use it in our everyday language. Let's continue. Cellmate, a person with whom one shares a prison cell. Sure. He is lucky to have a cellmate that did not commit a violent crime. Yeah, I don't know if you want to be in a cell with somebody that was, charged with murder or something like that. Let's continue. Classmate, a student who is in the same class. This is probably the most common one. He made a friend with one of his new classmates, of course. Let's continue. Yes, pubmate, a mate, a friend or acquaintance of the same pub, of course. He likes to go to the local pub and hang out with his pub mates after work. Sure. Let's continue. A crewmate, a member of the same crew. Well, there's a lot of different types of crews, but we especially think of them on forms of transportation. When he was in the Navy, he said that politician used to be one of his crewmates. Yes, in the sea, of course, on a ship. Roommate, now a person sharing the same room or home. Yeah, in American English, we'll use it with either room or home or house. You could be a roommate, especially an apartment. We'll say a roommate, and it does not have to be in the same room. So this is true in US, Australia, and Canada. We use it that way. The British mostly use it for in the same room. They do use the word roommate too, but it's in the same room. I think if it's in the same apartment, they're just more likely to use the word flatmate. Okay, let's continue. Teammate, yeah, of course, a person on the same team, and it doesn't even matter the sport. These two ball players used to be teammates for 5 years on this team. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.